So is there any food anywhere? I'm getting hungry.
I got that. Delighted to be joined by Raven Chapman here at Jason Cunningham's fight against Liam Davies. Firstly, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Just deep in camp now, so 3 weeks to go, training hard, feeling good, and it's nice to have a little night out and watch the boxing and support Jason.
Is that why you're here to support Jace as well? And obviously, I know that you've done a bit with TNT Sports as well.
And speak to the guys from TNT and everything else. So yeah, it's been good.
How's camp been so far? I know you're deep into camp. How is it?
Yeah, been really good. Got some good tough rounds in, good sparring partners. Just getting the work done, being beasted in the gym, you know how it is, and enjoying it as much as it can make you want to cry at times when you're feeling dead, but that's all what it's about, isn't it? It's about putting the graft in, getting the work done, so when it comes to fight night, I've left no stone unturned and I can be the best I can be, perform the best I can and be as fit as I can be, and hopefully, well not hopefully, I know I will show what I'm about.
I know Nathan likes to obviously grill you in the gym. Do you want to quickly talk about what them sessions are like? Because they look brutal.
Yeah, they are brutal. It was funny, I had an interview with Boxing News and they was like, oh, when's the last time you cried? And I was like, oh, I can't really remember. And literally when Nathan seen it, it's like, Hell Week 1,000 rep challenge. I was like, oh yeah. So the last session of camp's always sort of physically tough, but it's more mental. It's 1,000 rep challenge and you've got to do it in the hour, and
1,000 reps?
Yeah, 1,000 reps, 10 exercises, 100 reps, 10 exercises, and literally by the last rep, as soon as the last rep's done, I have like a little 5-second ball of a cry, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm better now. It's crazy. It's just that mental side of it, and it's also, you know, it's the last session of fight camp and everything's done, the hard work's done, and now I can just kind of rest, recover and focus on fight night. So I think it's a little bit of everything into that.
You see how important that aspect of it is, because obviously your style is like high pressure, obviously high intensity, coming forward, and obviously you need that endurance and strength, so you kind of see how important that is, that work with Nathan.
You've got to be fit. Obviously the way I box, you know, I can't cut corners, because to do that for 10 rounds I've got to make sure I'm fit and continue throwing, have that intensity that I have to be able to do it for every second of every round. You know, I've got to make sure I'm putting that work in, because that's how I fight. So I want to make sure that I'm never gonna feel too tired in the ring to be able to do that, you know. So, and then you've got all the extra pressures of like the nerves and everything else when you're actually in there, so you've got to be extra fit then. So but as much as it's horrible at the time, afterwards you always feel really good for it and look forward to the next session, weirdly.
Obviously, I know that, have you had a chance to obviously look into your opponent and study? Do you kind of tend to do that? Do you kind of watch tapes on them, or not really? Or?
I don't really. My coach does that and comes up with our game plan and works on what I can do around the style of my opponent, and that's kind of what we do. I don't feel like I need to watch it. I just focus on what I do and on our game plan and whatever my coach is teaching me to do in the camp, and that's it. I just focus on me.
I know obviously you'd like to be pushed on right now, but is it kind of Steffi and your coach that kind of make that decision on how you want to be pushed, or do you get a little say here and there saying, I want the big fights, or is it kind of a Steffi decision?
Yeah, I suppose it's like a bit of both. As much as you want to push it on, it's not quite as simple as that when it comes to boxing, is it? So you've got to do those steps at the same time, and I still need to, you know, do the learning stage and get there, which I am doing, and I feel like I'm progressing every fight to get me ready for the ultimate, you know, world titles. Hopefully that would be Amanda Serrano. That's obviously, she's the champion, she's pound for pound in the featherweight, she's the one everyone wants, you know, she's at the top. And hopefully she's still there when I get there and get the chance to go for those belts.
I just want to ask you a quick question on one of your stable mates in the Maxi. I know that this was fought against Cambo, so I just wondered if you've had a chance to obviously watch that fight and what your thoughts were on it.
Yeah, I've seen a few highlights, I've seen a few of the rounds, and what can you say? Do you know what I mean? Everyone I've spoke to about the fight, from the stable, just fans watching the fight, everyone that I've spoke to has said Maxi's won it, and won it pretty clearly, you know, without much to really dispute with it. So the fact that he didn't get the nod is so gutting, and, you know, I think testament to how Maxi handled it and everything else. But, you know, Maxi will come back from it, we know that, and it's a shame that like Steffi said, you know, that American dream was kind of shattered, and bringing home the glory and being able to fight for another world title as well. And it's not the end, but it's a stumbling block, I suppose, and I know Mike's will come back from that.
Last one, I know that you re-signed with Steffi.
Yep.
I'm going to quickly talk about your relationship, because I know he's a bit of a character, Steffi.
He is.
So Kate, I just want to kind of ask what your relationship's like with Steffi and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, I call Steffi pretty much every week, letting her know how I'm getting on. I try and get up as much as I can, which isn't always easy when you're in fight camp and stuff as well, but it's nice to get up and get Steffi's knowledge as well, and let him see what I'm doing and how I'm improving as well, and yeah, just get on with Steffi. I think it's hard not to, and he's so good, you know, he's good with his fighters and gives a lot to his fighters, and he pushes every single one of us, and if we give him 100%, he'll give us 100%. You know, it's that kind of relationship. If you put in that work and show him that you're willing to do it, he's willing to put it on the line for you as well, which I think is really good. And like I said before, Steffi's been in there himself as a boxer at every level. He's got fighters that have been there at every level. He's been on both sides, done everything, and he's not trying to get anything from anyone other than make them champions, and that's what it's about, and I think it shows in his stable.
Kind words on Steffi there. Mine would be a bit different, but
I know, I won't say that to his face.
Cheers for your time, Raven.